Hi, it's Snorgle. Welcome back to Subsurface Circular. An android detective is investigating an unusual number of missing robots. But they might discover something sinister. What will they use to solve these mysterious shenanigans? Puzzle solving, little thinking, of course. All right, so last time, very exciting things happened. Essentially, we discovered that the robots are trying to do a coup, a little coup. They have amassed thousands and thousands of infantry robots outside the city and are going to come in and want to try to take over. And we finally have the opportunity to talk to the robot we've heard about all this time, some thought it was a rumor, some thought it was real, called Red. Let's get going. Okay. Just sitting here, minding my own business. So the other thing we also learned is that we were, branching narratives. We were sort of quote unquote reset to be reprogrammed, except we basically said, nope, not going to do it. We're going to solve this problem. Hey, that robot has a gun. It's Red. Okay. Hello, Theta. You're not talkative as you were when we met before. Oh, you're the tech with the missing friend. That's right. Tau 13 was her name. And you're also the one they call Red? Yes. You told me your friend disappeared. They did. But the disappearance were a glitch, a numerical error. The ones you investigated, sure. My friend disappeared a few years back. Why am I talking to you? Because my reputation precedes me. Why lie? Thinking. I need you to investigate this place. Get a sense for what was going on, how the city had shifted. You had to meet the techs of the Subsurface Circular yourself. How? By doing what you did, talking to them, learning from them. Do you remember our conversation about your intelligence? I remember you flattering me. Not at all. I needed someone as smart as you to get involved with what was happening here. And management only put that sort of intelligence into detectives. That's interesting. When I started, I noticed the numerical errors, noticed how interesting they'd be to a detective like you. Makes sense. It will shortly. You're staging a coup? No, I'm working for one. There's going to be a revolution. The city will be overturned. So the humans were right. We're not to be trusted. Wait. You're not doing us favors PR-wise, are you? I like that one. It's humans staging the revolution. We're just the weapons they're using to do so. Wait. Oh. Because management has removed the purpose and need from a whole section of humanity. That's interesting. So there's humans, so the robots aren't? Oh, that's interesting. Think of the techs you've been talking to. Bankers, nurses, manufacturers, even the clergy. We've made millions of humans surplus to requirements. Obsolete. We should be grateful and easy life. That's why the HPC formed? Yes. Part of it. It's the HPC. That's why the humans I'm working for decided to stage a revolution. They're smart. They know the techs aren't to blame, rather than the management who put them in. Okay, so it's not the HPC. The HPC was the people who were anti-robots. In fairness, that makes them smarter than the human culture preceding them. In the past, native populations always blamed the perceived invaders, not those profiting from the changing of the guard. These humans just don't want to destroy us. Just change our lives. To what? Change it to what? Management. So flip everything around? Humans doing all the jobs, robots being the management, and the And the political leaders? They want us to take over the work of running the city. We're better at it, faster and more objective. They want a society where governance runs like clockwork and they're free to do the jobs they love. And management will just let this happen? They want to kill the managers? That's more to the point. Yes. That's why they built the 8,000 infantry techs camped outside the city. I still don't understand why we're talking. Oh, I don't like this at all. I've been shepherding troops. My intelligence is high because of my role in manufacturing. I wasn't lying about that. I'm intelligent enough to know what we're doing is monumental. That working with these revolutionaries is a decision beyond my capacity. I'm a high level. Oh, no. I'm supposed to decide? Oh, crap. Yes, I showed you what you needed to see to learn management side of this. Now I'm filling in the gaps. I need you to decide if this goes ahead. Okay, let's talk about the status quo. Things must stay as they are. Nothing stays as it is. Everything is constantly evolving. Don't decide so quickly. Let me fill in any gaps in your knowledge. You're still a detective, regardless of what the objective tracker says. We've been watching, listening. Those techs with the headphones, they've been keeping an eye on you for me, hacking into your private conversations. That's why they were there. Sorry, that won't answer your question. Rather, single-minded their function. Let me answer your question now. Take the time you need. Why sabotage your own revolution? It's a good question. Why would you even consider it? Not my revolution. I'm just a pawn. That's all techs of my level are really. Pawns. That's why I need you to make the decision for us. How does management not know? That's a good question. How do you sneak 8,000 robots out of a factory? Even if it's 16 at a time. You saw it for yourself, how the detectives moved on once the case was solved. A system can only fix problems it's designed to detect. Management aren't expecting a revolution, so they're unprepared and unaware. I should walk away. This is over my pay grade. You will have that option. You can't knowingly hurt humans. I won't spill a drop of blood. But the infantry techs are exempt from that law. Otherwise, they'd be pretty useless. Okay, so that's let's talk about that a little bit and a little bit point here. So the three like rules of robots? You're not supposed to create a robot that can harm a human, right? But robots are also not supposed to be able to expand out of their programming, right? And we've already shown that we've done that, right? That we were originally supposed to get reprogrammed, and we're like, no, we're still a detective. So there's always some real issues with having robots as managers here. They can kill as long as they are ordered by their programmed leader, which of course the revolutionaries have taken care of. What made you doubt this path? I think you're thinking it's above his pay grade. Okay, so we don't know who the revolutionaries are, right? And we know they want to do a coup, which means they're more than willing to kill for it. And they also, what's the right thing I'm trying to say here? We don't know if what they're telling the robots is true, right? So that disappeared friend I told you about, a human did that. I don't know why, but I achieved a moment of clarity. I realized that perhaps I was letting similarly evil humans do something wrong. Or maybe they're heroes. I knew I was ill-equipped to tell the difference. I don't have any more questions. No? Okay, let's continue. Oh, I know you're a good tech, Theta 1-1. You've investigated these appearances like they were your friends. Your responsibility. It's true. We even helped that nice nanny get a new job. You didn't have to do that. Many never would have bothered. Well, I thought about it. Actually, it made me feel bad because I thought about it. I was like, I should tell her that because I just had that conversation with that psych bot and thought, that might be good for her. More importantly, you're smart. You have near human processing in that flat head of yours. Hey, watch it. I see it in the way you move, the way you listen. There's an intellect there I cannot comprehend. You have to be the one to make this choice. Okay. Thank you. Sure. You have to uplink before any of this new information is with management. Yes, I need to go above ground. Yes, we've already stated that. That's why I brought you this. Don't panic. It's for you. Only one of us can leave this train through that. Oh, no. No. Nope. I don't want this. If you do, the management learns what happens, and they'll send a couple of bomber drums, white up the army, and things will stay exactly as they are. This is way above my pay grade. The humans' working classes will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain, and techs like yourself will remain. Okay, what's the alternative? If I leave, I join my army at the gates, we wipe out management, and our wisest take their role. Low-level tech manufacturing ceases, and humans return to their roles. But our kind, Theta, our kind is in charge. We shepherd humanity to a better future by doing the job they were never designed to do for themselves. Rule. Either way, people and techs will die. Okay, let's talk about this, because I've seen this in games before, and I take, as someone who works in tech, has worked in tech, there's no reason for an AI to die. It's setting up this false equivalency because you can back it up. Like, put it on a hard drive, you can back it up and shove it into another robot. There's no reason why an AI robot ever has to die. Maybe the mechanics of it die, but you can replace it. You can't do that at all with a human. There must be another way. There isn't. I spent weeks searching for one. There isn't. Both of us surviving will lead to chaos. A war just balanced enough to lead to infinitely more deaths. You need to choose the city's future, and you need to do it now. And I can't, splorg. All right, let's talk this over. So if I point the gun at myself, I kill myself, and the revolution happens. But here's the problem. First of all, we assume management is humans. They haven't explicitly said, and we haven't had direct contact with them. Remember, the only contact we had was when we uploaded a bunch of files for the investigation we were doing, which was a mistake. And we did not get back, that we didn't have that conversation with them directly. It was relayed to us through another tech. But let's assume that management is humans. There's an implication here that humans don't work at all. So it's very much like a, not Star Wars, Star Trek kind of thing. Right? I think that's right. I'm not a huge sci-fi guy, but I think that's very much the case, right? That humans want for nothing, so they do what they want to do. They do what they love, they do what they're passionate about, but they don't have to work to support themselves. And I'm assuming that's how it's happening here. There's revolutionaries who want to change that. And there's an assumption that AI is going to be better at managing because they make more objective choices. But is that better? That's just subjective. It's just different. It's not necessarily better. I'm not saying you don't need objective criteria to measure success. I'm just saying that I don't think that that's necessarily better. And number one, we know what management is, right? We know what management is, what the politics are. They're imperfect, it sounds like, to be sure, but we know what they are. We can assume, because we haven't seen any for ourselves in the game, but our robot friend here knows what they are. We don't know who these revolutionaries are. We don't know if what they told the robots is true. We don't know what they're up to. They're a complete black box that we can't do anything about. And I understand the what's the right word? I understand the idea that robots doing management would be great. But again, maybe humans are in this world are incredibly happy to not have to do jobs to survive, right? That you have food, you have a place to live, you have a decent lifestyle, you have good medical care, and you don't have to worry about it. And you just do whatever you're passionate about, whatever you want. I'm suppositioning here, but I don't know. We don't know at all. Otherwise, maybe humans are incredibly, they're horrible. They hate it. They feel like they don't have a purpose in life. We don't know. And so I just think there's real problems with this. I think there's real problems with putting the robots in charge because, again, they're not really in charge. They're at that management level, but whoever's running the revolution, we don't know who that is. We can assume they're humans because they kind of have to be. That they're in charge. And they could tell whatever the robots. So suddenly we have a situation where these people we don't know what the real objective is are in charge of society through a coup. And underneath them are robots who we can assume will just carry out their wishes, no matter what it is, without a stop and saying, I don't think so. Right? Because we don't know. I'm going to put the gun in red because I think that it's a terrible idea for this. We don't know who's in charge of this and who's going to be in charge. And that alone is like, no, I don't know who these revolutionaries are. I have no idea who they are. I don't know what their goals are. I don't know what they're trying to do. It may be good. Probably not, but you never know. But the other thing too is like I said, you can back up robots. You can back up everything in an AI. You can back up somewhere and then just transfer it to the robot. Easy peasy. So I think I'm gonna point the gun at red. I'm gonna take red out and go up to the surface and tell and report what's going on here. You're making the most important choice in human tech history. You'll remember for this forever. I've made up my mind. Okay. Do it. And thank you for the lovely evening. Oh, for Carrie. What a fantastic game. Holy crap, that was fun. There were a couple of times where I was a little bit confused what I need to do. Especially the part where changing the detective robot's emotions. That was a little confusing for me, but man, that was fun. Holy cow. Thank you so much for this entire playthrough of Subsurface Circular. What a super fun game by Mike Bithell, who I'm a huge fan of. I really should play Thomas Was Alone on my channel because it's such a great, unique game. Surprising that's another game that made me cry. Surprisingly, because there's no dialogue, there's just narration, and every single character in it is some form of rectangle. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for a brand new game. See you next time.